Hey YouTube, Guy Webbs here. It's been a long while. Today I'm back with a new figure review for you guys, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark III from the Infinity Saga series. Starting with the packaging, it's pretty basic for Hasbro Marvel Legends. Shows you artwork of the characters, or the MCU characters. It says the Infinity Saga up in the front. And then on the back we have a poster image from the first Iron Man movie along with a read-up. Pause it if you want to read it. Now in the way of accessories, starting with interchangeable hands, he includes a pair of fist hands and a pair of repulsor blasting hands. It should also be noted that the repulsor hands do not have hinges, so you only get the basic wrist swivel out of these pair of hands. Now in the way of interchangeable heads, he includes the default helmeted Iron Man head, and then he also includes the open faceplate head with the Tony Stark face underneath. I'm genuinely impressed with this open faceplate head in particular. It turned out looking a lot better than it did in prototype images, and I really do think it resembles Robert Downey Jr. He also includes two types of additional forearm accessories for the right arm in addition to the default version seen on him right here, and they all swap out easily just by a simple peg connection. So he includes this one right here, which is meant to be his forearm missile from when he took out the tank in Gomera and does that badass walk. And then he also includes this other one right here, which is meant to replicate his forearm shield from when he was blocking himself from Ironmonger's gunfire in the final battle towards the end of the movie. Iron Man here makes a strong first impression, appropriately bulked from head to toe as an armored human should be. The figure is cast in this pearlized, somewhat metallic red and gold, which does look good, though a darker red I think would not only look better but also more screen accurate. On the other hand, I do like how there is a blue trim around the white of the arc reactor and wish it was also applied to the eyes, but this is not too big of a deal as the head sculpt as a whole turned out great, and paint is not skimped out even on the back of the figure. Much like the newer Marvel Legends figures, the figure uses pinless joints to preserve the aesthetics. Additionally, I also love how the pin of the top knee joint is carefully and perfectly integrated into the design of the suit. Articulation starts with a ball joint for the neck, which lets the head rotate and move down this far as well as up this far, but lifting the head will reveal a gap in the neck joint a little bit, and you do get a little bit of head tilting. There is also a diaphragm joint which lets the figure rotate left and right. It crunches forward this much and back this much to help with flying poses if you need it, and you can get some tilt from left to right. The shoulder articulation is pretty interesting because the shoulder pads themselves are connected to a ring which wraps around the shoulder joint, so they rotate with the arm, and because they're very flexible, they do not hinder any form of sideways or upward movement, so you can see the arms moving out to the side this much. He has bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and the wrist can swivel as well as the fist hands can hinge in and out. The hips feature the drop down joint much like the newer Marvel Legends, so they kick straight up and back this much. He can spread his legs out to the side this much, thighs swivel, double jointed knees go all the way up, and ball hinge ankles that rotate left and right as well as up, down, and he does have ankle pivot.